Hi, it's me again. I'll be going over some muscular strength and endurance testings, but first let's go over some muscular strength testing. First muscular strength test I'll be going over is the maximal test called the 1 rep max. The 1 rep max is the maximum amount of weight that you can lift without any assistance. This can be performed on a bench press or a leg press. For the bench press test, you want to make sure that you have a spotter. Before starting your test, you want to make sure that you warm up for about 5 to 10 minutes that consist of low-intensity aerobic exercises. Once you're ready to begin your 1RM testing, what you want to do is go ahead and do several reps with a light load. This light load is about 20 to 40% of your perceived max. You'll want to do at least about 10 reps of this light weight. After your light warm-up, that's when you're going to begin your initial weight for the test. For the initial weight, it's going to be 50 to 70% of your perceived max capacity. After adding on your 50 to 70% weight, that's when you're going to attempt your 1RM. And you'll only attempt 1 rep. After your attempt, you'll go ahead and take a rest of 3 to 5 minutes in between each set. After your 3 to 5 minute rest, you'll go ahead and add 2.5 to 20 kilograms of weight depending on yourself. You should continue your attempts until the max amount has been achieved. For your one rep max, you should be able to attain this within 4 sets or within 4 attempts. Your 1 rep max should be the heaviest weight that you have lifted successfully through the full range of motion unassisted with the proper technique. After your 1 RM, you should go ahead and then calculate your strength to weight ratio and to be able to classify yourself in a percentile range. When calculating the strength to weight ratio, you would need the amount of weight that was pushed during the 1RM test in pounds and the body weight of the subject in pounds. The equation is the weight pushed in pounds over the body weight in pounds. So for example, we had a female subject who weighs 147 pounds who pushed 450 pounds on the leg press. So if we go ahead and we plug in those numbers, you can see her weight ratio was 3.06, which put her at a category that is well above average. Another muscular strength test that can be done is one that's called reps to fatigue. This reps to fatigue test is a submaximal test because it is not the maximum amount of weight that you can lift during a 1 rep. This test is more appropriate for those who are sedentary, those who are adolescents, or who are elderly people. This is a way to estimate one's 1 RM. This can be accomplished by attempting between 2 to 10 reps. Now, this reps to fatigue test has the same protocol as a 1RM, but the only difference is that it can be completed by doing 2 to 10 reps, not just by 1. The breaks in between each attempt are the same. You'll have 3 to 5 minutes in between. And so, for example, if one were to complete this test, if they were only to do 4 reps on their last attempt, that would be the weight at which they fatigued at. This submaximal test can be performed on a bench press, an incline bench press, or a leg press, or the squats. The equation for the perceived 1 RM, you would need the amount of weight that was lifted in pounds, and you'll also need the number of reps that was performed for that last attempt. So for example, if the maximum amount of weight that was lifted was 220 pounds within 6 reps, we'll go ahead and we'll plug in those numbers within the equation, and you'll see that the perceived 1 RM is 255.5 pounds. Next is the muscular endurance test, which is the push-up test. The goal for this test is to perform as many push-ups as you can without resting. While breathing, you want to make sure that you exhale when pushing off from the floor. This test can be done in both full and modified positions. You want to make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders, your head is pointed forward, you have a straight back, Your head is held up and not looking down, and your elbows are fully extended, making sure that your chin touches the floor or mat. The only difference for the modified positions is that the knees are bent and you're on your knees instead of on your feet. The test should be begun in the downward position. Males should be performing this test in a full version, and the females should be performing this test in a modified position. From the downward position, they need to make sure that they fully extend and straighten their elbows and go back down to the downward position, making sure that their chins are touching the mats and not their stomachs. The maximum number of push-ups they're able to perform should be counted as their score without rest. The test should be stopped immediately when the proper form is not maintained within 2 reps. That's the end for my muscular strength testing. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, we'll see ya.